Hello, welcome to Cool Trip Walks. Today we're at the Robert C. Bradford Nature Loop. I'm your host, I'm Tom, and let's go for a hike. So the Nature Loop here is in the town of Huntersville, North Carolina. We've filmed in our town here before. This is on the other side from Latta Nature Preserve, but it looks like another brilliant day. It is the end of April, and we are at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, so this promises to be a pretty good trail. And as always, Cool Trip Walks is a virtual treadmill walking channel. It is narrated, so if narration or commentary isn't your jam, please feel free to start that playlist now. And we're also, I hope, used for virtual travel research. It did say kind of off to the side here, so we're going to hopefully be on the trail. I think I will just check my resource for that. Make sure we are on target. Doesn't look like we are, but we could be up here. So when that arrow said go to the right, I should have followed that. Not sure what it is about Huntersville parks that leads me off the trail. The second time this has happened. But it's a really cool walk in here. Hey, there's a trail marker. Yep, we're supposed to go through that field. I can see where we should have joined, and we have intercepted the trail. So, it's down this way. Oh, how beautiful is this? Now, we've been doing a lot of our filming kind of in late winter, early spring, and now, as you can see here, as we enter May, we are full spring here. It'll be over 80 degrees this week, over 30 degrees Celsius. So things are heating up. And the channel is growing a little bit. So I'd like to thank everybody that has liked and subscribed to our channel. And if you like what you find, please, if you haven't subscribed or liked our videos before, please help our channel grow. And we would greatly appreciate it. Lets me know, and it's encouraging to keep going here with the channel. So, can't speak to that more. It's a very positive thing. And if you have any commentary or discussions or encouragement, please leave them in the discussion below, and I'd be happy to receive that. Now, insofar as our channel goes, we've been keeping a weekly release schedule, and I kind of have come to think of it as a season 1 of the channel. Our initial launch of with a number of episodes, and then we're going to go on hiatus. My family and I are going to be going to Italy in June and getting back in early July, and I am going to not be bringing my editing equipment with me because we effectively backpack it. I never thought I'd backpack through Europe, but carry-on backpacks, we've found in all our research, and practically last year when we went to Italy, is definitely the way to go. So we pack very light because you're going to be carrying it on your back as you walk and take trains and get around the country. So I don't want to have to bring hard drives and SSDs, and the 4K video takes a lot of storage space. So the plan is I'm going to put the full-length episodes on hiatus until about mid-July, after, in a few weeks. We still have more episodes to come, so don't worry. We'll post the schedule on our page. And then I'm going to be releasing short form videos while we're on the trip, so that, people can see Italy on our walking adventures. It is really seriously nice and quiet here. Now, one of the themes of the channel has been that you don't have to go that far to have a cool trip. Obviously, it helps when you go to a place like Italy, but most of the filming I've done has been in the North Charlotte area. The next episode I'm going to film should be on the opposite side. We're going to go down to South Charlotte, but most of it has been North Charlotte. And I did one episode at Carolina Beach, which is probably my favorite of the first season here, just from a cinematography standpoint. Hi, puppy. Sorry about the pan there. I just try as common courtesy not to put people on camera they didn't sign up for. So we did Carolina Beach, and we're going to go to South Charlotte, and then I'll have probably one on Lake Norman in the next few weeks. And then we'll see what materializes. But as I was saying, you don't have to go far to have a cool trip. And what I've been doing is going to a lot of these parks that I've never been to. And this trail today is a park I have been to, but not for walking. My son had signed up for soccer leagues. We've been here for soccer games in the soccer fields. I had no idea there was a trail like this here. Man, it is really a pretty dark forest kind of trail. I didn't expect that. So we're on a 1.9 mile loop, and we'll see what this trail has to offer. Now, I did 2 videos to start the channel, one at Lake Norman State Park and the other at Latta Nature Preserve, which is probably someplace we'll go back to because, 1, it was really winter when I went, and 2, kind of flossed the trail, made the most of it. So I'd like to go back, but of the forest walks here, so far visually, this is by far my favorite. Now, one tool I've added to the tool belt for the purposes of this channel and just for my family's getting out into nature, and I promise you I'm not compensated in the least, because, you know, we're a very small channel, but All Trails, it's an app you can download, and it has a subscription, but you can filter to where you are. It's global. I looked already in Italy for some places we're going to go, and it has trails marked there clearly, and it'll actually navigate you through your hikes, and there's a subscription to it, so it's not free. But I found it to be pretty reasonable. It's not huge. At the time I subscribed, it was $35 for the year. And, you know, I have found it just to be eye-opening as far as what's around my neighborhood, you know, in a very short drive. So, if you want to get out and experience more of where you live, I highly encourage taking a look at it. I've mentioned in past videos that I've been in this area coming from the Northeast. I moved to Charlotte about 20 years ago, not quite. And surprising how little you see of something. So I've done a lot, but there's so much more that I haven't even looked under the covers for. And sharing that on this channel is part of what it's all about. All right, no trail indication here. Let's check our tool. I'm going to go this way. I've gotten in trouble for this before, but GPS says it kind of goes this way. Now, I'm not the biggest naturalist in the world. I am an Eagle Scout. It's been a long time since those days. So occasionally I'll see a plant along the way on a hike that I recognize. But again, I've shifted locations from those days from the Northeast down here. So some of the flora is different from the North. Some of it is the same. But some easy ones to look for, as I am today, is something like sassafras, which has a unique, pretty easy to distinguish leaf. And if you're camping and there's a lot of sassafras around you, it makes an okay tea. It's an ingredient they use in root beer, so you kind of get a faint hint of that. Got a runner coming up, so I might pan. Alright, I think the runner ran through. And we're going to go that way too. Oh, look at this view. Got some growth here on the side. It's a weed, but it does have very pretty flowers today. We were fortunate last year when we went to Italy. We went up to the Dolomites, which are the Italian Alps. And we happened to be there during the wildflower season. So it couldn't have been more picture perfect. you walk off of the gondola, one of those, all-encompassing cable cars, which for somebody like me who has a fear of heights was almost terrifying. Get off that and very grateful you're on solid ground. Walk out and you can just see this vast green lawn almost full of yellow wildflowers. So it's on our list to repeat this year. I can't wait. Make sure I'm on the right trail still. Yep, got quite the straightaway here. And what doesn't get captured in a video like this is the smells. The smell of the wildflowers around are quite fragrant here, making for a pleasant walk. Some unique effort here with the stones, obviously to control erosion on the path. I like what they did though. Just make sure I'm not taking this path. I'm not. fun dip in the trail here. One thing I really have tried to strive for is just going out on a good day. You can see here we don't even have a cloud in the sky. It just makes it a whole lot more fun to walk and enjoy nature. Although it's a little hotter, no hiding from the sun. And if you do go out and enjoy the nature around you, do make sure to bring plenty of water with you. Take care of yourself. You can dehydrate pretty quickly. Oh, I went off the path. So we're going to turn around. Sorry for the quick pan. And look for the trail over here on the left. Good thing I checked. All right. Well, as the painter Bob Ross said once, there are no mistakes, there's only happy little accidents. So we got to see a little bit more of the trail, and we'll come up here and join the proper trail. See what I did is I was so distracted by the dip here, just went right in. Just thought I'd take a look around. Apologize for the panning. Hopefully none of our virtual walkers are affected by that. Back to the forest, which I'm digging today. Now it's nice and cool. Get the shade. Get away from the hot sun. Puts a little extra spring in the step. As always, the one thing to be mindful of when out in nature is if there is a trail system, stick to the trail. One, obviously, hopefully, it allows you not to get lost. But more importantly, the damage has been done to nature on the trail. So if you go off the trail, you're just kind of damaging the environment, which, granted, probably isn't that much. But if everybody did it, it would add up. And around here, in the southeast, getting off trail in the spring or summer, you might encounter some things you might not want to get into. Specifically in this area, you could find copperheads, which I haven't encountered and I really don't want to. Or there are lots and lots of ticks. And that's no joking matter these days. So, best to stick to the trail. Oh wow, got a really cool rock coming up. What makes it cool? Well, it was a little unexpected. And it's quite large. Look how tall these trees are. Really go up there. And I don't know if my mic is picking up the traffic, but as I've found in filming, my mic picks up everything. So if you can hear the traffic, there's quite a busy road not far from here. You can hear it. You wouldn't think a thick wood would be right here, but there is. And it's really fun to check out. Yep, returning. Well, it looks like we're right back to where we started. So as always, I want to thank everybody who watched for joining us. And I hope you had a great workout today and you met your goals. And as always, I hope you have an excellent day. We'll see you next time here at Cool Trip Walks.